The problem I see with online dating is that it always automatically involves this aspect of self-commodification or self-manipulation. When you date online, you have to present yourself there in a certain way, putting forward certain qualities. You present an image of yourself. You focus on your idea of how other people should perceive you. But I think that's not how love functions. Even at a very simple level, aren't so-called, I think the English term is endearing foibles, an elementary ingredient on love. You cannot ever fall in love with a perfect person. There must be some tiny, small, disturbing element, and it is only through noticing this element that you say, but in spite of that imperfection, I love him or her. This is why a funny story. They made in Europe, not in the United States, some decades ago when the two big modeling stars were Claudia Schiffer and Cindy Crawford. They made in France, I think, a big opinion poll like, whom would you prefer to live with? Cindy Crawford won. You know why? Because of that birth. Doesn't she have a small mole here, whatever birthmark? The idea was Claudia Schiffer is too perfect. There must be some tiny element of imperfection. And now let me tell you a totally crazy personal experience, which happened to me. I was talking once in a faraway country, somewhere in Latin America, of course, I will not say where, to a still very attractive lady, sexually, late 30s, who told me of a strange thing that happened to her. She told me that when her last lover saw her naked, before making love, that he told her, if you were just to lose 3-4 pounds, your body would have been perfect. And I told her, just don't lose 3 or 4 pounds. Because, you know, like if she were effectively to lose 3 or 4 pounds, she wouldn't be perfect. She would just be plain. The illusion of perfection is created precisely by this excess. It's too much, but then you imagine, oh, without this, it would have been perfect. If you take away this excess, you don't get perfection. You know, this is what in psychoanalytic theory we call object cause of desire. Not object of desire. Object of desire in this case is a woman or a man or whatever. But the cause of desire, in the sense of what makes you fall in love, is always a sign of imperfection. So that's for me big problem I'm not doing it, so I don't know enough of it, how to include into online dating this element of contingency. I don't find the problem with online dating in the idea that you are not spontaneous, etc. Listen, we are never spontaneous. If there is a big lesson of all those Big Brother and other reality shows, is that even when we are just ourselves in private life, we always play being ourselves. And I think this is, in a way, a good thing. I mean, when people say, no, you know, all this actor studio mythology, express yourself, be who you really are. Well, I think most people are monsters secretly. I think I like to live in a society where you do whatever you want, just please don't express yourself too much, you know. I like people who know how to control themselves. I believe in proper manners. So this aspect of self-controlling, that you stage a certain image of yourself, this doesn't bother me with online dating. You know? I even think, now I will, if you allow me, conclude with another paradox. It would be so interesting to demonstrate how precisely when we act in an apparently wild way, you know, like, let's say, it's not true, but let's say we are talking, in a nice, polite way. Then, for whatever reason, you get mad at me or I get mad at you, and I explode. I start to swear using all dirty words, blah, blah. Now, one would have thought the situation is this one. In normal conversation, we control ourselves. Then, when I cannot any longer control myself, I explode. No, I claim precisely these moments of explosion are the most precisely trained structures, artificial, if you want. I noticed this, you know how? It's a beautiful anecdote, I like it, with my friends. I noticed that when we meet in a group to discuss, just to have fun, we have to go through a certain ritual of humiliating each other with extremely, it's not for our viewers to notice, you know, like the usual way we characterize each other, which what I will, it's the Balkan stuff. What I will do to your mother, your dead mother, I will dig her out of her grave and do things to her sexually. The most tasteless thing. Then, after 10 minutes of talking dirty, we tell to each other, okay, we paid our tribute to ugliness, we got rid of it, now we can finally be what we are and talk in a nice, polite way, you know. What I like it is that it is as if we have a certain perverse superego duty to talk dirty. And after you get rid of that, we can be what we are. This is why I have always a deep sympathy, although I'm not practicing, for sadomasochist sexuality. I noticed, especially 15, 20 years ago, because they were close to my theory, Lacanian psychoanalysis, I met many sadomasochist hard lesbians. And I can tell you, I never met nicer, more kind girls or women. It is as if they were able to enact all the dirty, disgusting stuff out there, so that then they could afford, when you paid your tribute to your superego, to be nice, kind, and so on and so on. So, to do the last joke in this series, maybe some viewers know it, but I love it. I think this is one of my, otherwise in my series of boring, repetitive jokes, maybe a better one. Where are we today with sexuality? The Guardian, the British newspaper, asked me, is romance still alive today? And my idea, my answer to them was, let's imagine an ideal sexual situation today. Let's say I meet a lady, we are attracted to each other, we say, okay, all the usual stuff, your place, my place, whatever, we meet there. Then, what happens then? She comes with her plastic penis, electric, dildo. I come with some horrible thing. I saw it. It's called something like stimulating training unit, whatever. It's basically a plastic vagina, a hole, but it's wonderful technological. You can regulate everything, how much it squeezes you, how strongly it shakes, and so on. So my idea of a perfect date is the following one. We met, then she puts her plastic penis dildo into my stamina training unit, is the name of this product, into my plastic vagina. We plug them in, and the machines are doing it for us. They are buzzing in the background, and I'm free to do whatever I want. And we have a nice talk, we have tea, we talk about movies. What can be, we paid our superego full tribute. Machines are doing, and now where would have been here a true romance? Let's say I talk with the lady because we really like each other, and you know, when I'm pouring her tea or she to me, quite by chance, our hands touch, we go on touching, maybe we even end up in bed, but it's not the usual oppressive sex where you worry about performance. No, all that is taken care of by the stupid machines. That would be ideal sex for me today.